Alright, so I've been getting asked to be team viewed more than usual lately, and I think it has something to do with the way I've been sniping recently. So in this video, I'm going to explain why I won't be doing team views anymore, and also I'll show you how I snipe, plus tips that I think might be helpful. And I'll put in the video description where the sniping part begins, in case you just want to skip the whole team view part. Alright, so first off, I don't like the whole idea of team viewing. Why don't I like team viewing? Well, I have a lot of personal information on my computer, like college stuff, videos and pictures of family and friends, credit card information, just things that I wouldn't want people who I've never met looking at. But also it's really easy to ruin someone's computer if you don't know what you're doing in the registry. And I just barely fixed my computer. And when you get team viewed, you're risking that. You're risking your computer can get ruined. Some people might say like, oh, we won't look at your personal stuff, or I won't mess with your registry, things like that. But the problem is, you have to take some random person's word that he won't do that, which is a gamble, because you don't know if they're going to be true to their word. So obviously, if someone asks me if they can team view me, I'm just gonna start saying no. I mean, who wouldn't? Like, if you have that kind of stuff on your computer, you shouldn't let people team view you. And if you really take this game that serious, to where you'd be willing to risk it just so someone can tell themselves that they got owned fair and square, then you're an idiot. So yeah, I've decided I'm done doing team views and all that stuff. And if this makes people believe I'm hacking or that I'm trying to hide something, then go ahead and believe, you know, what you want. I could care less. I do want to mention though that I have played on multiple anti-cheats. I've played on the ESL anti-cheat, OCG Arena's anti-cheat, and the ICOG one. I've been spectated by more than one GM. I've been team viewed in the past by different people, and I was clean every time. So, you know, I think that's more than enough to show I'm not hiding anything. Plus, I'm willing to rematch or whatever on anti-cheat if needed. So yeah. Okay, so I'll start the sniping tutorial part now, I guess. I like to use the M82 because, like, I know that nobody can tank it unless I shoot them through some kind of object first, like a window. And sometimes when I use the M82, I have people calling me noob or whatever, but I don't really care. I mean, for all I know, I'm probably killing you, so. I do use the Dragonite sometimes, but seems like people are tanking it more and more nowadays, so I don't really use it as much as I used to. Alright, so quick scoping. How do I quick scope? I like to shoot and zoom in at the same time, which means that I press both the left and right mouse buttons at the same time. It looks like this if you're doing it right. I then press the spacebar twice, or the Q button if you're using the default layout, to quick swap. And when you do this, like this whole process, or at least the way I'm doing it, the bullet goes straight about 90% of the time, which is pretty effective. So that's why I like to quick scope this way. The reason I use the spacebar for the weapon change or whatever, I think it makes it a lot easier to quick swap. I mean, I've tried it with the Q button, but with the spacebar seems I'm more consistent, I guess. But that's just my preference. I don't know if it's better or not. But, so how do I aim? I like to keep my gun pointed at head level, or yeah, like about head level. Mainly because, you know, if you're using a weaker sniper, like the Dragonite, let's say, it makes it more likely that you're gonna hit them in a spot where it's a one-shot kill, such as the head or shoulders. I also wait till I see the enemy name appear on the screen, and the second I see it, I shoot at that very moment. But if they're pretty far away, then I'll shoot when I think I will see the name appear. So kind of like this. Alright, so sometimes people ask me what ECTs do I use, or what should I do to, you know, get an edge. Well, when it comes to sniping, I think the way you can get the biggest advantage is if you use quick swap and fast reload. Having quick swap will make it so you can quick scope a lot faster, and if you're quick scoping faster, that means you're shooting faster, like you're at a faster firing rate. So when it takes your enemy, you know, when he gets one shot out, you can get three shots out. So it's really useful. Fast reload is really helpful because it saves you time when you're reloading, especially if you use it with the Deadeye beret, whatever. And sometimes when you're trying to quickscope somebody and they're trying to quickscope you, and you both are just failing really bad, and then you both have to reload. That's when that's when it's really useful, right there, when those moments like that. But also if you play games like the game mode bomb, that's really useful. Using FMJs or HP rounds can also give you a boost. FMJs basically, they increase your damage, but they take away your accuracy, or some accuracy. And the HP rounds, they do the opposite. They increase your accuracy but take your damage down. So I'd suggest, if you have the M82, the HP rounds can probably be useful. I don't use them myself, but I mean, if I had points, I would probably get them. Yeah, everything I just mentioned takes points to buy, so you're gonna have to spend some money unless you win them in events. There are some masks that can also be beneficial to snipers. I think the Reaper mask is it's a really good mask. Well, it's a good mask anyways. Like, it's the best mask in the game. Highest defense. It gives you more damage, more penetration. So, you know, that's really useful for sniping already. You always want to have more damage. And penetration, I mean, it sounds like they almost made this mask for snipers. But yeah. Something else that's pretty important, you need to learn the map. Like, you need to learn the common camping spots, choke points. And when I say choke points, those are areas where gunfights happen commonly. And the reason you want to learn these places, it just makes it a lot easier to pick off enemies if you know where they're coming from or where they're camping. You can also find spots on maps that give you an advantage as a sniper, such as like an elevated area that shows the entire map or a big part of it, or, you know, in between cracks and on doors or boxes. You know, you can also just ask other snipers, other people you see sniping in the game, you know, for some tips, or you can ask them where do they usually like to snipe from, or, you know, things like that, and just mix it in with what you know already. Let's see. Practice, that's obviously important. The more you practice, the better you will become. Practice your aim, which is your muscle memory. A useful way to do it is by versing the AIs. You can start at level 1 and just work your way up. The more consistent you become at quickscoping, then you start increasing the level of the AI. And you just keep repeating this until you feel comfortable enough to do good in deathmatch or bomb or whatever you play. So yeah, that's how I quickscope. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I don't really think I'm going to be commentating on any other videos in the future, but But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just ask me in the game, or I guess you could message me on YouTube if you want. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.